Ooh, and we're live. Welcome back to another live with Esoteric Liminal Horizons and Self-Mastering Alchemy when he gets here. And Rick.
Well, hello.
My husband. Without him, this wouldn't be. So, welcome. I'm glad everybody's here. Waiting on Braden.
Should be any minute now. Ooh, I'll put mine up this way.
We are going to be talking about protecting your peace during the holidays. As we start moving into the holiday season, it's a time that's meant to be joyful, but it often feels overwhelming. Does that bring anything to mind?
Yes.
Definitely brings stuff to mind for me. So I wanted to create some space for reflection, some real talk, and some support.
There are a lot of facets to the holiday season.
Ooh, we got somebody else in. Thanks for joining, Lindsay.
Hello,
Iris.
Lindsay.
There you are. Thanks for joining, Rick.
Well, thank you. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you go live on Facebook, sometimes the comments don't pop up. So I try to keep mine on so that we can be cognizant of what you guys are saying and I can bring some light to the other people joining the conversation.
You have to have different things pulled up. Braden will pull his up, Rick will pull his up, and then sometimes they'll pop up on different ones and not on the others. It's great.
Gotta love the consistency. Braden!
See?
Yeah, right there. Braden's, he's on. He's commenting, but we can't see it on the live.
And it tells me that there's only Iris and Rick in the audience. Gosh dang it, phone.
Oh.
It's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. I was just telling Braden I should get a cord so that I can connect the computer to the thingamabob, and then we won't have these issues anymore.
That's a good idea.
What the crap, man.
Braden, we're trying, buddy.
How do you refresh your phone? When you're recording, you just can't. That sucks.
Let me figure out how to request.
Well, I could bring Iris on camera. If she was so willing, I could bring you on camera.
Braden, if you're watching, if you look next to the arrow that turns to the right by write a comment, there is a request button, a request to join. I don't know if you can see me or not.
I just got a thing that said I have a slow connection. One day, real soon, I'll have better equipment.
Mm-hmm. But if you send a request, then she can absolutely...
If it comes through. If it would update and let me know that Braden was watching. Dang technical difficulties, man. That's so frustrating.
Gotta love it.
Ooh, I got an idea.
Okay.
I got an idea.
I'm ideaing with you.
Can you see me? If I make a comment, look, there is comments now. Nope.
My info bar is in the way, so I can't access any of it, not even to drop my own comments. Gotcha.
Son of a gun, guys. Well, maybe... Can you see this one? Nope. Nope. So you're just gonna have to, like, comment...
Yeah.
In the live, then. If I can't add you, Braden, you're gonna be all the comments.
I wonder...
Yeah, I get your request, but you're sitting right next to me.
That's true. You can decline it.
Decline.
Oh, I've been declined. My wife said no. Sorry,
okay.
guys, I can't join.
Well, we'll get Rick's 2 cents in the meantime until maybe I'll get a pop-up something and it'll let me know. But until it says...
Can you, like, drag down from the top? Nope. I tried.
Yeah.
But, like, I can only comment on other comments. What? Oh, no. So, I'll be able to see your comments on mine, and then we'll read them. We'll read them from here. Yeah.
Are we just having all sorts of technical difficulties at the moment?
So many. It's a good time.
Oh, I got a request.
Hey! Huh? Oh? You're adding right now.
I did it. I figured it out.
Oh, man, you guys. What a struggle bus.
That's great.
You can't do this to us anymore, Brayden.
Bro, it's not you, it's me. I don't know what to tell you.
Like, oh, no. There are
It's my
comments and
phone's
my phone
fault,
can't
man.
see them. Oh, man. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Iris. Oh, my goodness. Holy cow.
We appreciate your patience.
Wow.
We did
I was
it.
just
We
going to
did
do
the
without
thing.
you. Oh.
Did I
Give it a
lose you again?
second. Give it a second. So,
Adjusting so that we're not staring at my mouth.
I mean, it's a really nice mouth.
Mm, man.
Just
What
saying.
if I do this? Does this
Hold on.
does this do anything?
Throwing it back a little bit.
Yeah, zoom out. Does that do much?
Find out.
Gonna find out today. Holy cow, man.
Gotta lift it up just a hair. Man, it is wild, you guys. So if you're looking at the crazy video feed that we have right now, on our end, when we're looking at the live as it's recording, it looks normal. And then on my phone, it's hella zoomed in. Excuse me. Yeah, hella zoomed in.
Oof.
My bad.
It's split screen, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Braden, how are you, man? What do you got going on?
You know, it looks
Hanging
fine
out?
on my end. Well, I mean, I can't see you guys, but like
Exactly.
mine looks fine.
So far away from me.
Well, all I can see is your nose, dude.
Then
Really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Damn,
You're
there's nothing
always
I can do
centered.
about that.
I don't know why, but you're always centered.
Yeah, I don't know.
Eh, At
Oh
any
my
rate,
goodness. Okay.
how are you feeling about
Enough with the camera, Whitney.
the upcoming holidays?
Oh, yes, the
Yeah,
pressure to meet expectations,
they're
to
really
spend
up in
money
the
that
air
we
this
don't
year.
have.
To cook food for people that probably aren't really going to eat it anyway. Damn them kids.
Upholding traditions that we've outgrown, showing
Showing
up
up
in
to
places that
places
we
that
don't feel
we
safe.
you know, agreed.
Hello, Brittany.
Well, thanks for sitting with us. Holy cow, man, we struggled bust through technical difficulties at the beginning there, but I think we're good now. If I would just stop fussing with the camera.
So, like, where do we want to start with all this whole keeping your peace?
Well, first of all, for Lindsay, Iris, Brittany, all you guys watching, anybody else I missed, what is something that you dread about the holiday season?
Feel free to
And
type in your
why?
answer.
What do you dread most about the holiday season? What do you dread most, Rick?
You know, honestly, I think as much as I love cooking, it's the cooking.
Really?
Oh yeah,
The
it's the
dishes
marathon
you're
cooking,
cooking.
making sure everything kind of comes out around the same time. It's like running a kitchen, and there's a reason I don't run a kitchen.
I like that aspect of it. I just don't like the dishes aspect of it. Like
Oh my gosh, that too.
dishes. Mine is gift buying. Gift buying stresses me out.
Buying gifts.
Yeah, it's always last minute. I always tell myself I'm gonna start back in July, and I never do. And then, like, I don't know, you want to spend a decent amount of money on people, and I know money isn't like the be all of what your relationships with people are, but in the same right, it's I don't know, yeah. So then you feel obligated to spend an X amount of dollars, and you got to get X amount of gifts, and there's some people that are gonna get left out, and then you're like, I don't want to leave those people out. So this year, it's just my kids. I'm just buying gifts for my kids and my girlfriend. That's
That
it.
was a struggle for a while, trying to not only find the money to get all the right gifts, but finding the right gifts, trying to think of something thoughtful and
Mhm.
And
something
something that
that's
show up on
going to be
time.
personalized. Yeah,
Or making sure that you get one for everyone. Because if you miss somebody, then they're going to feel left out or snubbed.
Or making
Do you
sure
buy
that
for coworkers? Do you buy for friends? Oh my goodness. The first time a friend gave me a Christmas present, I was like, holy crap, dude.
and
I didn't
then
know friends do that.
my kids are so close in age that it's like you want to get them different things because they're their own people, but you also want to make sure that they both feel like they got a worthwhile
yeah.
and get compared to the other. So
And then are you doing the Santa thing where you're keeping that
Santa,
tradition alive, or the elf on the shelf thing? That was a thing. Some
my
people,
my ex just retired their Elf on a Shelf and got a new one, and it's like this little like fairy gumdrop princess thing. She's the new Elf on a Shelf. Every
seriously.
few years, they'll shift them out to a new one. Yeah, I think it's a really cool idea. Most definitely. They ask me why I don't have one. I don't have kids at my house long enough to keep the elf around. He only
Well,
likes
not
to
only
play
that, but
against the
who
kiddos.
invites a spy into their house? I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
Well, that's a tradition that some people picked up and some people didn't. Uh,
Right, right.
Something that I remember doing was the paper chain countdown for
Uh,
Christmas.
yeah, I hated building those, but they were fun to tear. But then it didn't seem it felt pointless. Like it worked so hard to glue those things together just to tear them apart.
Some sort of advent calendar was always super fun. Or buying those, I enjoy buying those for the kids.
I didn't even know
Trying to
those
keep
were
up
a
on them.
thing. I didn't know those were a
Advent
thing until
calendars?
like my late 20s.
What?
Yeah, I had no idea. Didn't know they existed. First time I saw an advent calendar, I was like,
I didn't
freaking
know they
little
made different
gift
ones, man.
all the way up until Christmas, like mini gifts through until Christmas. Like what?
Yeah, they make
I want to
different
put big
ones. They make tea advent calendars, chocolate advent calendars,
the
Whiskey.
Studio Ghibli,
whiskey, yeah, cookies, all sorts of things.
Studio
It's
Ghibli,
super cool, super fun, super seasonal. You just gotta get into the spirit.
Studio
Stickers,
But
Ghibli.
tattoos.
but getting over the things that you dread for the holidays, like holy cow, man, I've gone through some seasons where they were blue, and it was hard to enjoy the holiday seasons at all.
They have
There's
Studio Ghibli advent calendars. Okay,
oh my
anyway,
goodness,
carry on.
yeah. Or the
Blue, blue,
finances. If you're hitting
blue Christmas.
a rough patch, or you're switching jobs and you don't have as much money as you normally would for the holiday season, that could definitely bring you down.
Or for seasonal workers.
I say, yeah, yeah. I feel that. I say it's a perspective shift, right? Like instead of I can't and I feel bad, it's I can't and I'm not gonna feel bad. Not
I
only
can't.
because I can't, but
Nothing I can
also
do
because
about it.
it's really superficial at the end of the day. Like presents are awesome, but presents are still superficial. Like your family isn't gonna disown you just because you couldn't afford to buy them Christmas presents this year. You might have to take a little bit of grace with what they offer you, knowing you can't give something in return. And that's a little rough, but it's doable. It's better than like trying to figure out how you're going to make bills because you spent bill money on Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And who really put that pressure on you? Are you making that assumption that
Oh, yeah,
people are judging you for not bringing a gift for every single person or having spent a large sum of money on the gift?
definitely. I think it's like an unspoken guilt, right? Like it's something that nobody is really going to say, how dare you, but everybody feels like there's a how dare you waiting for you if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely conceptualized. At least for me, it was definitely like self conceptualized. I don't know where I picked it up from.
Or maybe there's family or friends at usual holiday events that silently do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Thanks for joining, Lee.
You know, real quick, while we're still on the present subject, another really good workaround is offering the white elephant gift exchange. Everybody spends $15 on a gift. The gifts go in a pile, and then everybody gets to pull out or sit in a circle, and then we all get to pick a gift and then trade with the person before them, or pick a gift and then go all the way around the circle. And yeah, it's like a fun way to do gift exchange, especially if you put a theme behind it. You make it funny, you can make
Mm-hmm.
it what have you. And that's a really fun cop out way to not have to buy it for
There's some
sure.
really, really cool gift exchange games that can happen. There's
Well,
like the saran wrap one where you take layers of saran wrap off the ball. That one's super cool. There's dice games. There's the left right game. Holy cow, man.
so
I
many
do
different
miss that.
things.
I really miss the intimate gatherings. And I don't know if it's everybody else, but it feels like it's slowly dwindled away.
It definitely has dissipated in my life. My grandpa passed away, my parents split up. Now everybody just does their own thing. Well, and my brothers are growing up, so like everybody, the kids in my generation are all adults now, right? And we're all just barely having our own kids, or our kids are still pretty young. So like we are starting our own family get-togethers and traditions, but meeting up on a large scale has really just flatlined.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, my parents split up and then it was the same as soon as my parents split up. It was like that was the glue holding the rest of us kids connected to everybody else. Now that that's not there anymore, the need to call and reach out to people. Like after my parents split up, I also wasn't reaching out to everyone. So I could have picked up where my mom left off, but I didn't know what she was doing. I didn't know
Right?
she was the glue.
Exactly. That was my grandpa. I didn't realize how many events my grandpa was putting together until after he passed away. Because everybody, it's like an afterthought now. Oh yeah, we guess we got something going on. I should probably find out, reach out, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I don't really start asking people until after Halloween, like, oh, hey, are there plans for Thanksgiving?
Hey, what are we doing?
Exactly? Are there plans? Definitely.
Same for
Are we
Christmas.
gonna
Hey,
do anything?
yeah. You guys
I'm
going on any events? Are you doing the Red Lodge walk, the Christmas stroll, or anything like that?
Ooh, I don't know. We try to do
Making
Christmas
those
lights
plans?
over at the zoo. That's like one of our big ones, or one of the ones I like to do with the kids at any rate. Because they like lights. And then just going out and looking at Christmas lights. Those are some of our
There's a map that Facebook usually releases with all of the different areas
yeah.
of town that make a big to do about dressing up their houses.
Mm-hmm.
And one year we decided, I think I just put subwoofers in Whitney's Durango back when she had her Durango. Might have even been the Jeep. But we decided we were going to do a dubstep Christmas, and we just had like crazy dubstep remix Christmas songs.
I've so done that.
It was so cool.
They're so
Love
cool
it.
though. Some
Yeah,
of those people did a great job with those songs.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For
Different
sure.
kind of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Get, working retail or
What
being out
about
and
like
about. I just got tired of Christmas music, so.
what about overbearing family? Yeah, especially like I know yeah, like what about overbearing family? Family that has expectations, and if they don't have expectations, they like push what they want anyway while you're there after the fact. Even if it's not holiday related, maybe it's even life related. Like, how do you navigate that?
Man, one year my dad was super adamant that he wanted the boys all together for Thanksgiving. He was convinced that he would be dead in the next year or two. It was like 5 years ago. and and at the time, my brother Gary had a gluten allergy, or so everybody believed. He doesn't now, which is weird, but is what it is. So we
Right.
went all out making this gluten-free Thanksgiving dinner just for nobody to really show up. We went out to my dad's, had a you know huge spread, all of it gluten-free, which let me tell you does not taste good. Turns out gluten is where the flavor hides.
Yeah.
It just tasted different.
By
But
different,
yeah,
she
we
means
learned a lot about gluten and all the things that gluten is in. Like, let me tell you, I didn't know how hard it would be to find a can of green beans that didn't have gluten.
yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well,
My first ex-wife, her mother was celiac, so I
hmm,
got a whole spiel on the gluten-free stuff.
yeah.
It's wild.
It was wild.
But yeah, from that point, we made the decision based on the outcome of that we're gonna set boundaries and tell people no. Like, I don't care what your expectations are or what you want from me. I will give you what I'm comfortable giving, and that's it.
But I mean, if we
And
break that down, like the real letdown was we had put so much effort into what we thought Thanksgiving was going to be, and that wasn't reciprocated. So
right, I feel that.
unless we
But
know that the people that we're making plans with are people that are going to take those plans seriously.
so I have another way to ask this. What if you are going to be in a situation where you are going to be celebrating with the family, whether you like it or not? Like, how can you navigate going to a family function knowing full well there's going to be people there that are going to push their agenda for you on you?
I in that situation, I would say just be open and honest. And when they tell you, I really think you should be doing this with your life, tell them, I really appreciate your input, but either A, I don't respect you enough to give a shit what you say, or B, I already have a plan for my life, and as enticing as your plan sounds, it doesn't fit with mine. So, unfortunately for you, I'm just going to keep going where I'm going and doing what I'm doing.
My dad always has this thing that he says going into something that you know you're going to feel nervous about, like confrontation. What we're fearing really is confrontation. We would be put in a position where we would feel confronted and we would either feel weak or insignificant if we back down from said person who's going to initiate an awkward scenario, rude scenario, what have you. Prepare 5 things that you could say, 5 responses. But really, if we're talking about emotional intelligence here, boundaries. Boundaries. How could you politely place a boundary in the middle of Thanksgiving or Christmas when you're surrounded by other people, so you probably feel like you're being watched? In what ways can you say that and escalate it slowly? Maybe have 2, 3 responses that are soft and gentle and probably feel like they wouldn't draw a lot of attention, and then a couple firm ones. In what ways could you firmly say, hey, don't do that. Don't talk to me like that. I appreciate you considering that. Or, hey, thanks for stopping saying that. I appreciate that. That was lame. I have a better one somewhere in there.
Or if it's somebody who, if it's somebody who's going to be, somewhat derogatory or talking down to you in that manner, um, one thing I like to do is say something like, "Wow, that is a bold thing to say out loud. Weird. Those are inside thoughts. You should keep those inside." Like, just make them feel like an idiot for even uttering the words. And
Yeah.
it works surprisingly well. Or you can be like, do you care to elaborate on that? Like, I could use some
Even call me out
clarification. That sounds
out.
dumb.
Or call out what they're doing. Hey, I don't appreciate being demeaned like that, just in the same way that you also wouldn't appreciate being demeaned. So I'd appreciate it if you stop that. Thank you for
Well,
listening.
I like this. And then if you have to leave the room, then you have to leave the room.
Yep. And that
Yep.
is a boundary, an
Nice.
action that you take, not just, hey, I don't like it when you do that. If you keep saying those things, Aunt Pam, I'm going to have to walk away.
Or
You can get a face full of my fist. Oh.
I didn't know we were having that kind of a Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Keep
you never know.
saying
Sometimes,
mean things like
sometimes that's
that.
what
We'll
it
be
calls
throwing
for.
fisticuffs.
Like, I've got a cupcake and I'm not afraid to use it. I am not above
Ooh,
suffocating me with a cupcake. Oh, so help me. It's got extra frosting.
it's a bold statement from somebody who is actually going to be eating something I made, and no, I'm not going to tell you which one
these
it
are
was.
some really firm things to say that most people probably wouldn't be doing, because most people who are having issues with this are probably fearing the confrontation that would ensue. And Corey made a really a good
I mean,
point, boundaries, but you should establish it beforehand. If it's already established and known,
Know your cues.
and know your cues, if it's a pattern, it's what I had to do. Yes. So, like, as you said, if you know that you're going to be going to an event that has somebody there that you have issues with, approaching them before the big dinner, before everybody's around, would pay off if you can nip that in the bud before it even happens. Like, hey, so and so, I really like coming to these events and I really care about you and I know you care about me. So I'm assuming that you don't already know this. So I appreciate having a conversation beforehand. But so I can continue coming to these things, I would appreciate it if you would stop saying these things that trigger me or whatever it is that bothers you. And then quash that before you go in. And then you can go into the event and feel more at
yeah,
ease. And then because you survived that weird confrontation that equaled connection in the end, then you'll feel more at ease in the whole thing.
I don't know. It depends on the person. Like, if I'm going to handle it beforehand, depending on the person I'm dealing with it with, like, yeah, your approach will be everything. And I don't think it's so much the confrontation as much as the energy it takes. Like, confrontation, having to confront somebody that's going to be making snide remarks, like, that is its own, like, all right, I'm going to say the things because I'm going to set my boundaries. But what about the people that you said those things to and they don't listen and they don't figure it out? And it's not like they're doing it to be mean. They're just, you know, like an overbearing mother or grandparent that just wants to see their offspring succeed to the utmost. So they just keep pushing the agenda. So, like, how do you manage your energy knowing full well it doesn't matter what's being said because it's still going to come up, you know?
So setting that boundary is just as important as enforcing that boundary. So setting it, knowing, giving them your expectation, and letting them know at that point what will happen should it continue. And if they value your time and they want you to be there, they'll hold that line. And if they choose not to, enforcing that boundary, doing what you said you were going to do. If
But
you
what if you
continue to
can't get away
nitpick
from
at
it?
my life, I'm leaving.
But what if it's something where you can't just up and leave from? Or it doesn't matter if you up and leave from because it's still going to be there tomorrow. How do you manage that?
You're throwing a lot of what ifs out there, man. If you're gonna what if that scenario, then play it all the way out for us.
Well,
What is this
that's
thing
what
that
it
you can't
is.
move from
Well, that's what.
that you would have to face again the next day? Because I'm struggling to think of something like a mom, I guess, that you would have to, because you
Mm-hmm,
don't have
mm-hmm.
to deal with that person unless you live with them.
And what if you do?
Well, then that's a relationship thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
but
you're
like,
talking about a different scenario as opposed to an event that you would show up at with people that you have issues with.
but it's still being brought up as said event. It still brings the anxiety of the holidays and what you know comes with it. And if you can't get away from it, how do you manage it?
You just have the conversation. You can play it all the way out. You don't even have to say, if you do this, I'm going to leave, or if you do this, I'll do that. You can politely say, listen, if you want to have this conversation, we can absolutely have this conversation right now. But I don't feel like this is a good conversation to have publicly in front of everybody. So how about we step outside and talk about it?
Yeah, see, that's more what I'm looking for. It's not so
With
much how to
all of the
show you.
scenarios, period,
What's that?
with all the scenarios, period, at the end of the day, if we take the boundary to the extreme, you are removing yourself from said situation, whether it be a relationship, whether it be the place that it's at. So before we remove ourselves from the situation, throwing it out there, we don't like not knowing the reason why when people leave. That's something that always eats at us if we didn't get to have that explanation, that last word. So to alleviate that regret, that guilt that you may have in the future if that scenario is played all the way to its fullest, having that conversation, setting those boundaries and talking to them before the event, before something happens or you get triggered, sets you up so that you said something. You already told them. There is no wondering why. At the end of the day, that was what was asked not to happen.
I
And it
love it.
happened. So the boundary moves forward. This is what I have to do to make myself feel safe and secure.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then if it gets pushed further, then you can get up and say, hey, all right, I said this isn't okay. So I'm removing myself. Or you don't even have to announce that you leave. If it feels better to just quietly exit, then just take that exit.
The Irish goodbye.
I suggest quietly exiting every time. Like, odds are they're going to talk smack either which way, but if they talk smack about a quiet exit, all they can talk smack about is the quiet exit. But if you, like, make a big deal of your departure, then they've got so much that they can poke at you for. And at least that's been my experience throughout the years growing up with the family that I grew up with. You just learn to
I
like.
feel like it was really normalized to just take it on the chin and keep going, or just stuff it down and keep going.
It's not
That
even so much that as much as it's just like don't give people ammunition.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean, it was so normalized that they make movies out of it. They make sitcoms out of it. You know, being treated that way, or that kind of drama that pops up at family events.
yeah, exactly. Don't give them the reaction they're looking for. Even if they're not looking for a reaction, don't give them a reaction because
So
it's
what if
something that.
that's part of the reason, aside from the old traditions kind of fading to the backside? What if the new boundary and emotional intelligence coming forward and boundaries being enforced is the reason that there's not so many family get-togethers?
Bro, I could see that because you
Well,
got a lot of toxic family.
Yeah.
I could
and looking
see
at
that.
Corey's comment, I just don't go or stop inviting them if they're going to do it every time. I mean,
Speaks
that
for
in and
itself.
of itself is enforcing and holding a boundary. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I choose to not go where I know I'm not wanted unless I have a damn good reason to be there. And family who is just blood or family who we have chosen, regardless, if they don't respect me, they don't get my time.
I feel that.
I don't
So
care if
right there with
it's
you.
my mom. Obviously, I've never had that issue with my mom. She's always And a fucking saint. Love that woman.
She's never done anything wrong.
She really hasn't. She's awesome. But you know, there are people in my family that I don't talk to them. If I see them in public, we're not related. You might be on some level attached to me by blood, but that doesn't mean anything to me. If you can't respect me and you can't respect my family, my relationship, any aspect of my life, if you have your opinions, that's fine. Everybody's going to. But if you're going to try to voice those in a derogatory manner and you're not doing it in a way that's supposed to be uplifting or helpful, I don't need you. Period. And I have no problem cutting anybody out. I've got friends that I knew for 20 plus years. They chose to cross boundaries, and I chose to walk away. I don't need them.
It comes from lots of experience, you know. As we were saying with the other Thanksgiving, we spent a lot of time and energy making that gluten-free Thanksgiving. Like, we went ham. We supplied the entire Thanksgiving. And, you know, that was the expectations that we had in place, or I guess, you know, in our early relationship.
You know, the only
I had high
expectation was to show up. And they didn't even do that.
I know.
I'm grateful
It
never
was a
had to
letdown.
do any of that. Like, I've never had that experience with Thanksgiving. I've I've had years where I felt like really burned out and I just didn't feel like doing the holidays. And I'll tell you, there is something really freaking awesome about just telling people I'm not doing anything this year. Like, I'm not celebrating, I'm not going out, I'm not going to people's events, nothing. Permitting away, and it's not out of bitter angerness. I just don't want to do the things, and I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It feels, like. So if any of you guys are feeling that way, don't feel guilty for feeling that way. It's totally all right to take a year off. You've got, well, however many years left of your life, and how many more Christmases there are for that. So, you know, there you go.
Yeah. Another thing that I did after my parents split up, I really miss the big family get-togethers. So when I got divorced from my first husband, because all we had for family get-togethers were his family get-togethers, I felt like I didn't have much for myself. My dad had his own new relationship that he was doing, and they were doing their events with their family. So I really felt really isolated. And when we got together, being new, and you didn't have any traditions, that was wild. Absolutely no traditions for any of the holidays. Like, okay, well, then I have nothing to go off of. Again, I just feel lonely and isolated.
Ah,
So talking to friends and other family members, we ended up building our own traditions. So for Thanksgiving, we had a Friendsgiving. And I know that's not new. People do that, but I had never had that. Thanksgiving was always a big family event, and there was no family get together for us unless we did it for ourselves. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel like a get together if it's just our little family.
I feel that. Yeah, because you're already like with your family, Not like you're thumbing your nose at it. It's still a special occasion, but it doesn't give you that big family feel when everybody gets together. I miss running around. I miss sneaking off to smoke pot right before Thanksgiving dinner.
Exactly. Little
Like, and
things like that.
everybody, all of the ones that were smoking pot at the time, we'd all give each other the look, and then we'd just slowly disappear.
Time to
And then
go
we'd
for a
all come back.
walk.
Yeah, well, sometimes it was a walk. Sometimes it was just hiding behind the shed. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't about announcing we were going to do anything. We just melted out of the picture. And then we all come back at
Mm-hmm.
once, and everybody's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you guys all come from? Like, we
You
are
guys
ready for
smell funny.
food. We smell food. Like, we
Yeah.
smell. Yeah,
Uh,
these are the fun
and
things.
we had that. We really built that. That was really awesome. We had Friendsgiving for a couple years in a row before our
I feel
friends that had the big enough kitchen to host Friendsgiving for all of us moved.
I feel like
Oh,
I'm a
Captain Sam, we're looking at you.
yeah,
I feel
man.
like I'm a floater now, you know? I just float between everybody else's stuff that they plan. I don't have to plan anything, and that's super nice. I know enough people that have events going on, and I know at least half of that time is going to be spent with my ex and the kids, and that's always fun. So, I don't know. Like,
You
I'm
know what
kind of
else?
like a
Like
slow impact. So,
next to creating your own traditions for the holidays, somebody told me that instead of doing turkey for Thanksgiving, they do crab legs. And
um,
I
gosh,
am
I, yeah.
such a slut for crab legs. Oh my gosh, I will have all the crab legs. Oh my goodness.
Give me
Like, you do
both.
what instead of turkey? You do crab?
And turkey's
You can
disappointing.
do that?
No, turkey is very rarely is turkey as awesome can be. I normally go for the ham, and I can have ham whenever I want, so it doesn't seem all that amazing to me. But crab
But just
legs,
hearing
that
that,
sounds
yeah, just hearing that,
amazing.
like you could break that tradition. What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
My gosh.
Have a sushi
some
dinner
I
for
lobster.
am an
Thanksgiving.
adult. I could do something different.
Oh my
Like,
goodness. And nobody's gonna damn me for it.
Dude, I tell
yeah.
people all the time that they don't even card you when you buy a birthday cake. It doesn't have to be your birthday. You can just buy those anytime and have them. It's great. Like being an adult is terrifying because nobody
go to
tells me
go to
I can't
Dairy
buy,
Queen.
a birthday cake every day.
Mhm.
Dairy Queen has good ice cream birthday cake too.
Yeah, so we could totally do that for one of the desserts for Thanksgiving. It doesn't have to be apple pie.
Oh my
But
gosh.
just having that little permission slip that
It
you
does
could
have to
do
be
something
apple pie.
different.
Has to be apple pie with vanilla bean ice cream every time.
Mm, I'm not a big
Mm.
fan of apple pie. I do enjoy a really good cream cheese cake,
You just haven't had the
Cheesecake.
cheesecake.
cheesecake, and
Like
pumpkin
a
pie.
huckleberry cheesecake. Mm. Blackberry cheesecake is one of my favorites.
Cheesecake and pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie cheesecake is pretty good. I've had a lot
Or
of that.
apple
I've never
crumble.
had pumpkin pie cheesecake.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Cheesecake stuffed pumpkin cookies. I made those. Those were so difficult to make. Oh my
It's
goodness.
so good though.
That sounds
When I
delicious.
when I lived in my apartment, I made them there and I posted them everywhere. I was so proud of myself. I took them to work too.
They should make pumpkin pie macaroon with a cheesecake.
Cheesecake, pumpkin pie, drool. That is really good. I gotta get my kids to bed. Great topic. Thanks for joining us, Corey. Good
Bye.
night. Yeah, no, really having that permission slip to do something different than what's normally being done. You
Mm-hmm.
can absolutely mold and shape your piece. And your piece doesn't have to be constrained to just your house. Your
You know
piece
what?
is with you wherever you go. So if
You
you
know what
don't
else I
feel
really miss?
okay, you can change that.
You know what else I really miss? I miss 24/7 Walmart. Like I'm not a big Walmart
Yeah.
fan, but I miss 24/7 Walmart
Oh,
because like during these holidays, you could still do your shopping in moderate to little traffic and peoples because
yeah. Those late night Walmart trips when there weren't
yeah,
as many people. Oh my
mhm,
goodness.
I miss those days. I
Right
took
there
those
with
for
you.
granted, and I feel like I shouldn't have.
Now all we have is Winco.
Gosh damn it,
It's
It's
COVID.
not
not
the
the
same.
same.
It's not the same. There's no window shopping at Winco. I mean, you got that one aisle between the bread pastries and the start of the aisles where they have all
Or
their
the fact that you
promotional
can't
items.
even, you have to go all the way around, and then after certain hours, they close off the way that you're supposed to go around, so you have
That's
to
because we
find
can't trust
which
people to just go
register
in there and
you
buy
can walk
food.
through.
People got to
Ugh,
go in there and deal it. They're like, man, there's so much
yeah.
food right next to the front door. I could just grab a few things and go, and nobody would know. I wonder how many grocery carts went out that door before they had to enforce that. Just saying. Because, like, why else would
No,
they enforce it? They wouldn't need to. They didn't in the beginning.
RIP to 24/7 Walmart,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
especially during holiday
In
times.
In the
all the
holiday,
time.
Holiday time.
That almost
like the
sounds like
World War
holidays,
holiday time.
holiday seasons, where everybody's emotions are taken advantage of.
So where do you feel the most pressure during the holidays? Is it with family? Is it with money?
Yeah, no,
Is it
it's all
time?
gone. I, if anything, it's money. If anything, it's money. All the rest of them, I don't feel any kind of tie or obligation to. It's just having enough money to buy
Mm.
people the fun things I want to buy them. And I always want to get awesome gifts for people. And I need to be made of money so I can afford the gifts that I want to buy people.
That dream of like, oh, if you won the lottery, what would you do? Oh, well, I'd buy all my friends and family houses and cars, and I'd set them up. Yeah, we
Nope,
do wish we could do that for our friends. Be
nope.
super cool. Or for moms or dads who
If
always
I
took
were
care of
to,
us if you care
if I
about
were to,
them.
if I were to win the lottery, I would set them up with set all my family up with some form of retirement fund. So when they're done living their life and they're ready to just not, they've got it taken care of. They would never know about it. But the moment they started complaining about being too old to work, I'd be like, you can retire at any time. I've already got you covered. And they'll be like, what? I'd be like, yeah, I set up a retirement fund for you forever ago. And it's driving me.
You know, one of my favorite memories of the holidays is that when the family would get together all together, the one thing that all the adults would do is they would tell stories about the old times, about things that they did when they were younger or
Yep.
other
Yep.
events and stuff. And it was just, I'd sit there and just like a little kid, like telling me a bedtime story or just intently listening. And I very much remember my parents talking to their friends and family about one day if they had the money, they'd buy the land and we'd all have houses on that land so we could all be close to each other and like right next to that, like right up next to the whole commune idea that I keep hearing about from other people. So there was that wish for closeness and connection back then too.
Yeah, I was oblivious to all of that growing up. Like, I didn't realize how connected I was with my family and my extended family, like me and my cousins and all of that. Like, we have a way better relationship now than we did growing up as kids, though. Because I was the tattletale crybaby.
You were
So like
that
they hung out.
one.
But yeah,
They're being mean.
I was the annoying little shit of the group. Uh, but
Yeah.
you come around. Things change. You turn 14 and you start doing things you couldn't be doing, and all of a sudden everybody's got dirt on you, so can't be
Now you can't really tell
miserable.
anybody stuff.
Yeah. Oh man. It was a lesson learned young. And then my Uncle Quincy, yeah, I mean, he really beat that out of me. Well, yeah. Good times, good times.
I feel like the biggest pressure that I experience today is 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 the feeling to like I need to perform or I need to lessen myself for certain gatherings.
Huh.
Like I feel like my family is a black sheep family. We're not normal. We are very different from a lot of the other families that would be at some of these events. Um, so I would have to hide some things or aspects or not talk about certain things because it would be too much. And that's not, I don't know. I am a bold character. So
Mm, I feel
I
that
feel
there
like
was
others would want me to, yeah.
Lesson
there
not
was
light.
there was not a whole lot of pushback with me being so against the grain, but there was always comments about how I could come back to the grain.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. Stuff like that.
yeah.
You
Even
know,
to this day,
asking
like
about
that
how your
never goes
finances
away.
are instead of asking about how I'm doing. So where are you working now? What do you do? Like, okay, so you want to know where I'm sitting financially? How about what have you been up to lately?
Oh,
What are your
that's
passions?
wild.
Have you been painting? Have you been doing stuff like this that you're interested in?
I never thought about it like that. I always asked about work because, like, that's all I knew. So I figured that's just what people talk about. How's work? What are you doing now? Oh, that's interesting. Maybe there'll be something that I can know about that job so I can, like, start BSing with you. That'd be cool. And if not, then I can just ask you questions about your job. No wonder why people were irritated with me when I start going that direction.
Yeah, it to me it more felt like so where are you working at now? Oh, you're working there. So when are you going to work at a different job? When are you going to climb up the ladder and do something better for yourself?
Oh, I've had a couple of those conversations when I was in my late teens, my early 20s. And I had a cousin, my cousin Chaz. He's old enough to be my dad, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Anyway, but I remember when I fell off the deep end after breaking up with Jory, where like he was always asking me, "What are you gonna do with your life? Where are you gonna go? I think you should join the military. I think you need some direction."
Yep,
Oh
yep,
man. And
yep.
eventually, but having him push like that really helped me
Just
realize that
small
like he
little
was
bits
doing
that irritate you over time.
well. I don't know
Yeah.
that it's irritating, but like there's something to be said. Like I'm grateful that he was the guy to do that and push me like that because it really helped me become more self-aware of what I actually had been working on in that 2 years and recognizing that I wasn't just fucking my life off. Like I was actually doing
Yeah.
things. I was doing the inner work so that the outer work can stick. And that was like really cool. But also, yeah, there was a lot of obligated pressure there to be like, oh, I guess I got to be something.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do something that proves my worth now. Oh,
Or the kids. When you bring your kids, or if you're dragging your kids to these places and how they behave. Those family obligations, those obligations that are just looming over.
obligations and expectations.
Or
I know
even
my
the
mom
yeah,
to
the
this.
expectation to travel if Thanksgiving is in a different city or further away.
Yeah, my mom to this day still wants to know when I'm going to come back to being Mormon. I'm just like, oh man, I love you, but it's just not happening. You got to know that by now. Well, you got to know that like, at some point you're going to have to come back. Like, oh, we'll see
Well,
when that day comes, huh, Mom?
Hmm.
I don't know if you
Uh,
know this, but I'm pretty set where I'm at.
like, I've never been happier. I've never had better experiences in my life until now. Like, I'm not saying that being Mormon was a rough go of it, but I
That's
am
the
saying that,
wildest part is when you tell somebody that you are happy where you're at or you feel good where you're at and they're not okay with that answer.
well,
Yeah.
and I don't know that they're not okay with it. I think they just are like, oh, good, now that they're happy, now we can really sell them on, like, what happy is supposed to be. And I don't think they
Just
realize
not
they're
being
doing
happy with your
it.
answer. And I've sat in that situation where they're just not okay with what I'm doing, where I'm at.
Yeah, I don't think I've come
Being
across
told that
that.
I'm not doing enough or I haven't done enough or I am not enough currently. Like
I've
that's
never,
great.
I've never experienced that. Well, I did a lot with my first wife, but like family, like, even when I ran away from home, I didn't get that kind of verbiage thrown at me. That would be a hard one to deal with. Was that coming from your family, or is that just people in your
Yeah.
life?
Yeah, that
Holy,
was coming from family.
that's rough.
It wasn't enough in my current state. I should have been striving to change and be better.
Oh my
Like,
goodness.
I'm sorry you are not at peace with where I'm at, but the most important aspect is mine. And I
Yeah.
am so very happy with where I'm at. I feel blessed and so much gratitude and love and connection. I
Yeah.
don't feel the need to change that right now. Thank you.
No. Yeah.
I'll take your
Exactly.
2 cents and feedback and I'll log that and it'll be logged. Thank you.
I don't even know if I'll do that.
Somebody will address that later.
I
You'll get
just
an
let them
email
know.
saying that was received, a confirmation email.
I just let them know this is going in one ear and right out the other. Like I just want you to know that now before you continue this conversation with me. Like I will have it with you and it'll be respectful, but just know I'm not
You want
retaining any of it. Just not happening. Yeah.
Hmm. But absolutely, for sure. I feel like those three aspects, the familial, the time,
financial.
yeah, the finances and the time are the big stressors during the holidays.
Yeah.
So working on thinking of ways that we could alleviate that before we're put in the situation, or thinking of responses, 5 responses. List 5 responses that you could say to that person that you don't want to have that confrontation with, or that makes your holiday get together feel prickly.
Percolate, percolate, percolate.
Your peace should be inside you, and it should follow you wherever you go. You should not have to go anywhere that you don't feel welcomed, respected, and loved. So practicing setting those boundaries.
Not only
Mhm.
that, but shedding those expectations. I mean, if there's a family get together that you feel obligated to go to, why? Why do you feel obligated? What is it that makes it where you absolutely have to be there, cannot miss it? Is it happening at your house? Cancel it. It's your house.
Why are you scared to say no?
Yeah, just if there's somebody who thinks that they're coming, but you know that they're not going to be nice, and it is your place, that you can tell them no. Tell them
Oh,
no.
oh, oh.
And if it's
And a
somewhere
really
that
a
they're going to
really
be
good
that you don't, if it's somewhere they're going to be that they just, it's going to be a confrontation, and you really don't have the emotional energy to deal with that, just don't go. You can even send a message ahead saying, "Hey, I'm not going to be there. Don't cook for me," or whatever it is that you need to do. But protect yourself at all costs, because at the end of the day, at the end of this life, it's just you, and you are the only thing that you're going to have left.
You
and
are the only person protecting your peace. Nobody is
Mhm.
watching your peace but you.
and remember and remember and remember and remember. You are not responsible for other people's thoughts, emotions, actions, reactions, feelings, any of it. It's not your responsibility to manage that. So even if they're gonna have a mass freak out and throw the world into a temper tantrum, like just be grateful you don't have to be there to listen to it.
Hmm.
I feel that.
Give yourself permission. Permission
I
slips
give
in the
myself
weirdest
permission
way
to not
possible.
celebrate this year. I know. I wonder what Christmas is gonna look like.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you,
We didn't
Lee.
even plan Thanksgiving.
No, it's like a week out, I think.
Yeah, we don't even have
What are you
plans
guys
for
doing?
Thanksgiving.
I got a couple turkeys in the freezer and some other random food that I could totally make into a Thanksgiving dinner.
I might be
Really
stopping
digging the
by
Travelers
at some
idea.
point in the night.
What's that?
Said I might be stopping by at some point in the night. I figure I'll probably be done
Like
with
to
my
have,
kiddos about
let
six
me
or
know what kind of
seven.
food you need.
Yeah, text
So,
ahead. Let us know if you want any food. He said.
Yeah, anything
shoot, I don't know
specific,
about that.
I'll make it.
Maybe I'll probably be bringing food back from Jory's. I don't know. She's still got to figure out what she's doing.
No,
guess I should get on the ball with that and find out what everybody's doing. Because everybody's in like half plan mode.
I had an acquaintance a while back who made it his mission every Thanksgiving to stop off at as many of his friends and family members' Thanksgivings that he could and try to steal an entire pie and just take as many of them home as he could.
That's pretty
Man,
cute.
he could have taken off with anything, and it was all pies. I
It was
think
all
I would have
pie.
tried it. I think I would have tried to take off with like one of everything to create my own turkey dinner. But I need
Yeah.
stuffing, guys. I need turkey, guys. Some cranberry sauce, guys. Or
Pretty
or
awesome.
or just like leftover plates. Like how many leftover plates can I get? Like I could have a whole 2 weeks worth of meals. And because they're from different families, they're all gonna taste different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean,
That's a cute little thing to have.
towards the end of week 2, I might question whether or not I should eat it, but I'm totally on board.
It makes me
Well, I
think
mean, if you
of
put them,
the things that people dedicate to making each year.
Oh, like the people that are so proud of their fucking
Yes.
green bean casserole or their
Yes.
sweet potato casserole or
yeah.
The one thing that they always want to
Yeah.
make, that they dedicate to making.
You know what I miss that I haven't had in forever?
So,
Bacon wrapped asparagus.
Bacon asparagus.
Bacon wrapped asparagus. You take a slice of bacon, you cut it down lengthwise, and then you take that sucker and you put a
candy
toothpick
cane that thing
through the
around.
bottom of the bacon strip, and then through the bottom of the asparagus, and then you wrap it all the way up, and it at the top, and you grill them. Freaking
Baked
delicious.
asparagus, period, is delicious.
Mm.
Mine is always green bean casserole. I dedicate myself to making green bean casserole just so that I will have green bean casserole no matter where I go.
I am not a fan of green bean casserole.
It's my favorite dish.
Canned green beans smell like feet. I won't eat them.
Interesting feet you've been smelling.
I tell you
Yeah.
what,
When was the first time you smelled that and related it to feet?
when I was like 12,
Interesting.
yeah, they've always smelled like feet. I've never, like, I won't, no.
You can make them with fresh green beans.
Yeah, you could do that.
They smell
That's
like
weird.
sweaty.
Maybe like a little rubbery.
Yeah.
They smell like sweaty kids' feet. That's what they smell like. Sweaty kids' feet.
Huh.
Typically. No, well, if I
Sounds
do
like a
green
song.
beans, man, it's just green beans, bacon, and onions. Saute all those together, and that's good. I like that. It's delicious.
Mm, I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of that because they do that at like Texas Roadhouse or something, and they taste different and weird.
Those are
I don't
also
like.
canned green beans.
Ugh, don't even start with me, Brayden.
That's gross.
Uh,
Gotta use
do you have
frozen green
anything
beans
else
to
that
make
you
me
want to
mad.
add? I think I'm good.
But for the live, no,
Yeah.
I forgot we were doing the live. I got sidetracked. Talking about Thanksgiving plans. Jeez, they do.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's how you know it was good. It was just a discussion,
Yeah.
but we're drifting a little bit. So
Lee
I'm
says
going
I'm
to
fight
close it
someone
up.
with the green bean casserole.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's why I
Oh,
just
yeah.
dedicate myself to bringing it myself.
Not only that, but then you know you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
Because everybody makes it a little bit different. I like to add bacon bits.
I have been to a Thanksgiving event where they did not have green bean casserole, and from that day on, it's fine. I'll bring it myself.
Was
Man,
it
I
one
gotta
of my
say,
ones?
my family's get-togethers, we would always end up with like 3 green bean casseroles, and all of them would be different.
Oh my gosh! No, thank
That's the
you.
first thing that always comes to
What
mind.
a
Green bean casserole,
so much green bean casserole.
dude. I gotta say though, I do this thing which is probably weird, and I don't care, but I'll put anything in a fucking tortilla, man. So I have had a Thanksgiving burrito, and it's so good.
We want to talk about throwing everything together. After Thanksgiving, I found this recipe because I was stuck on like writing down recipe cards so that one day I have like a recipe box to hand down to my kids, all grandma like.
Okay.
Um, and I didn't know what to do with all the leftovers after Thanksgiving, so I make a Thanksgiving leftover soup with stuffing dumplings, and it
So
gets
good.
rid of all the leftovers, and then that soup goes so freaking fast because everybody eats it.
I want to try this, but I am apprehensive to say I want to try this.
Well, I would need a couple things, a lot of different Thanksgiving dinner leftovers to make the soup. It is so good.
That's the whole reason I have so many turkeys. I've got a couple in the freezer right now, and I think I've cooked 2 throughout the year. Uh, but it's for the soup, to be honest. It's just really good soup.
It's that good.
I like soup.
If maybe that'll be my dedication is I'm not dedicating to a Thanksgiving event, but I will dedicate
The soups.
to the leftover soup afterwards.
Over
It's worth
soup.
making a Thanksgiving spread for that soup.
It is delicious. I love soup. So I think with that, we're going to wrap it up. And thank you all for showing up tonight, for yourself, for your healing, and for your peace. You are protecting your own inner peace. Remember, you do not need permission to honor what you need. Traditions can evolve. You can have crab legs for Thanksgiving. You don't have to have turkey. Your energy and your time is sacred. Peace is something you can choose, moment by moment, even in the middle of the chaos. You don't
Be
have to
willing,
stay and endure it.
It's never too late to just walk away.
be willing to go shopping
With fingers up.
in off hours.
Yes.
Like early morning shopping. I'm pretty sure Walmart opens at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
So, like gift getting.
Last minute gifts are always great anyways, because you're like,
Just a
you're in a
sale.
rush. It's all on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, you're hitting that store hard, knowing exactly what your mission is. You get in, you get your shit, and you get out. It's great.
Agreed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really stoked. I'm really stoked for this year. I think it's going to be a good Christmas. It's going to be a good everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope this gives some of you guys some clarity and maybe a little bit of courage as we head into the holiday season. You're not alone in your experiences or feeling this. So if this conversation spoke to you guys, feel free to share it, leave a comment, join in the discussion in the group or in the comments like Lee and Corey and who else did I miss?
No, I think
I
those are the only
Jesse
two
a
that really.
visitor.
I think there was one other person that had a little bit to
Lindsay.
say.
Yeah. You guys have a good rest of your week. We won't see you next week. You guys will be enjoying your holiday season, and so will we. So
Oh
in
my
2 weeks,
gosh.
we'll be back.
So the
It's
one
that
week I'm
close,
going to be in
man.
town. That's funny. We're not going to have a live. That's good. I'm so stoked to not have to go to Bozeman next week, though. It'll be nice.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be in town. Well, hope
Yeah.
you guys have a good night. We'll see you again soon. Brayden, if you want to keep talking, we can talk offline.
All right. Sounds good, man. I'll get a hold of you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Hasta luego, peoples.